Hey guys, it's Ani. Happy Friday. I am here with Nico and he is cleaning himself. He wanted to join in. But you guys, this video is for you if you're someone that's feeling like giving up. If you feel like maybe manifestation doesn't work for you. And I feel like I always start off the videos like this, but this has been like a pattern lately I've been seeing in clients. And one thing I want to mention, you guys, giving up almost has a bad rep. Like, do you think that when you're giving up, like in manifestation, do you think it means giving up on your desire? Because that's not what it means. And I feel like so many of you are scared, like on your manifesting journey. You think that I can't stop the techniques. I can't stop affirming because that means I will give up. And if I give up, that means I will not get my manifestation if I stop these techniques, or if I stop intentionally, consciously trying to bring that thing in, then I'm giving up. You should give up. And what do I mean by that? You should give up the need and the want of it being right now. So when a lot of people say to me, Ani, I think I'm giving up, I say, good. Give up the need of trying. Give up the need of forcing this thing to happen in the way you think it needs to happen. Give that up, because that's what's probably prolonging the manifestation anyway. That could be like a reason why your manifestation is lagging, because you're trying to manipulate it so hard in a way you think is right, or in a route you think that's how it's supposed to come. And that type of obsession and manipulation and trying super hard, what do we know about how our brain works? What do we know about how our subconscious works? What do we know about frequency? What do we know about vibration? What do we know about states and parallel realities? Well, one basic rule is what I do now determines what I'll see later. So if I'm trying to manipulate something right now, I'm only going to have more situations to manipulate it later. Does that serve you? No, it doesn't. You don't always want to be in a situation where you're manipulating, you're trying super hard to manipulate your 3D reality, because what does that mean? When you're manipulating, it means you don't have what you want. When you're manipulating, it means you don't have faith that it'll come. So pretty much what you're saying to yourself over and over again is, I am out of control. I do not have control in this situation. And you are staying in that reality. You are staying in that state of mind, and you are staying in that vibration, and you will continuously get that vibration. So when my clients say, Anya, I feel like I'm giving up, I say, good. And then they get confused at first. They think, what do you mean good? Like, I thought, like, I'm a conscious creator. Yes, you are a conscious creator, but what are you consciously, what state are you occupying? Are you occupying the, hey, I'm not in control, so I have to depend on my techniques 20,000 times a day so that thing can come, right? But then reverse engineer. Look at everything that's manifested so far. Everything that's manifested so far, when it came and when it revealed itself to you, were you manipulating the crap out of it? No, it didn't. You weren't manipulating the crap out of it and then it showed up. That's not how it works. The evidence that you want reveals itself to you when you no longer are trying to control it. So we need to accept the present moment, as hard as it is, understanding that it's not the final, it's not the end. Okay? You guys, I stress this a lot because it's very important. It's very important that you are very conscious of what reality you're playing with, what state of mind you're playing with. You cannot be a winner constantly talking about losses, okay? You cannot be wealthy and abundant constantly talking about how you're negative in balance. It just doesn't go together. Because like must attract like. Like must reveal its equal. So when you are being in a, let's say, broke mindset or poor mindset, that mindset cannot give you evidence of abundance because they're not on the same wavelength. It's not in the same reality. It's not in the parallel reality you're wanting. It's in the lack reality cannot give you abundant reality. You're in a different lane. That lane and this lane, they go to different destinations. So this is what I mean when I say, when you're trying to manipulate your reality and you're like, I can't give up. I want to give up. I'm so exhausted, but I can't give up because I give up. If I give up, I give up the control. This control and manipulation lane that you're playing with is not taking you to desire. It's taking you more. It's exiting you to a city of more and more situations where you're going to have to control and manipulate everything. And that is an exhausting life. And we've probably all experienced that because we didn't know how conscious manifesting works. So we've all been there before. And everything feels like a lot of effort and trying and trying and trying because you took yourself in that lane and you started seeing the evidence of more and more and more of that. And you got trapped in that reality. How do you remove yourself from that reality? You start building a more trusting yourself, like concept of self that then takes you to the lane of, this is the abundant lane. This is the lane where I don't have to manipulate everything and I can get what I want. And if you ever question this, just reverse engineer and look back on every time you got a manifestation. Every time you got a manifestation, was it when you were trying to be in control, or was it when you were very present, very accepting of your current reality? Maybe you were even sad, that's fine, but you were in your present moment. You weren't forcing anything. That's when it comes. For those of you that follow my videos every Friday, this probably sounds very repetitive to you, but I want to make it very clear because I get this presented to me every single day. Ani, I feel like giving up. Ani, I want to give up, but I'm terrified. Don't be terrified. You're terrified because you think that giving up the techniques, giving up the trying emotions, giving up that state you're occupying, you're terrified thinking you're going to lose. You cannot lose when detachment needs to take place as well. So you may be asking, what is the perfect solution then to this? The perfect solution to this is consciously throughout the day, reminding yourself of the life you want to live, number one, the versions of people you would like to experience, the self-respect you would like to see within you and respect from others. Okay. Then you allow it. So how do you think of all these things, right? So self-talk, you could do inner conversations. You can use some form of technique throughout the day. But my point is, you're not stressing it out to a point where you feel physically and mentally drained. If you feel physically and mentally drained in your manifestation journey, you need to step back. Draining yourself to that point is not, it's not going to get you what you want. you're just creating more and more resistance when you feel drained over and over and over and over again about the topic. You also think about it. When you're around someone that's drained, right? Or when you're around someone that's just trying too hard and it feels so cringe to you, do you want to go closer? No, you don't. You don't want to go closer. You kind of are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like when you change the attitude or you change this, like trying super hard to be around us, then we'll come through, right? So your whole being is just not magnetic anymore when you're trying super hard to do something. And this determines like attraction versus resistance. So either you're pulling closer or you're pushing away. All right. How do you pull closer? You consciously, again, do either an inner, like you could do an inner conversation. You could have a proper self-talk. You can do EFT tapping throughout the day. You can do maybe a course you bought. It could be anything, but then you don't beat it to death, okay? You take time away from it after you consciously worked on it, the desired reality. You take time away from it and you focus on you focus on what's currently going on in your life. That's great. Milk that. Be grateful, be happy, be present, because it's like, it's kind of like you want the door open for the thing to come in, but you have the lock on. You want to unlock it, right? So that thing behind the door can easily open the door and come in for you. So this is that lock situation right now. The detachment is you unlocking the door. Okay? So what a lot of people do is technique. Let me see how many hours I can push it throughout the day. There's 24 hours in a day. Let me see if 14 of those hours I can push it. Let me see if 10 of those hours I can push a technique. Because maybe if I push it long enough, maybe it'll get into my mind so much, so hard, that it'll push out. No, you are a walking, intelligent computer. You are not dumb. Your subconscious mind is not dumb. It doesn't need 10 hours of you saying, I'm going to get this thing, I'm going to get this thing, I'm going to get this thing, I'm going to get this thing. Because at some point, your subconscious mind is like, are you going to get this thing? Like, why do you keep saying you're going to get this thing? Like, if you had the thing, you wouldn't be saying you're going to get this thing. You would just be. You would just accept your current reality. You would just embody. You would just have fun. Right? You wouldn't try harder if you had it. Just like money. Like, if you have money, right? And what I'm talking about, yes, in 3D, it makes a lot of sense, but I want you to understand your subconscious mind is thinking this way too. Like, this is how the vibes work, the frequency and the parallel realities work. So if you have money, right? Like, let's say you have a stack of money in front of you. You're not like, where's this money? Where's this money? Where's this money? Where's this money? He even got scared. Where's this money? Where's this money? No, because it's right in front of your face, right? You've accepted it. It's there. You're not trying to look for it. So when your subconscious mind is like, oh my God, this person has been like pushing that they have this desire, like 10, 15 hours throughout the day. Like they're very stressed over it. They're emotionally drained over it. They're mentally drained over it. Your subconscious is like kind of confused. It's like, well, hey, boss, if you had it, would you feel this emotionally drained? If you had that thing, wouldn't you be more happier? Wouldn't you be more accepting of it? You wouldn't be looking for it, right? So that's when you confuse the neural pathways. That's where you confuse the mind. That's where you confuse the subconscious. And that's why things may be lagging for you. So I want you to really like keep that in mind. Okay? If you need help, like if you need an actual daily routine, on how to set up your life day to day so your manifestation can come in faster, my Master Your Mind, Manifest Your SP is an amazing course. My self-concept is an amazing course. Self-concept, actually, a lot of people that did my self-concept course got in more money, got in their SPs, and it's a self-concept course, which is your basic foundation of everything, your self-concept. But you have to stop pushing harder if you want results faster. Pushing harder gets you the opposite. So especially if your nervous system is like not regulated either. If you're up and down, emotional roller coaster all day, that is also not helping you living the best version of yourself and the best life. You must not fear this. Please do not fear that your power may work against you. The only thing that can work against you is you thinking that you need to hit it harder and go harder and harder and harder. That will create resistance, and then you will have to end up fixing that resistance that you just created and calming it down even more in order to receive what you want to receive. So do not fear. You are a very, very powerful being, you guys. You guys are so powerful, and there's this force backing you up, and this force backing you up isn't seeing it from face-to-face point of view. This force backing you up is seeing everything from an aerial point of view. I always preach this. So you need to kind of, that backup that you have of this force that can see everything from an aerial point of view. How should I explain it? Those of you that know how to play chess, if you do, comment down below. Imagine it this way. Which one's better? Seeing the game from up top, where you see all the pieces and all the moves, or being the actual pawn and just seeing what's in front of you? Which one's more powerful? You being the pawn and only seeing the other pawn in front of you, and that's it? You can't see anything else going on that board? Or seeing it from an aerial point of view where you see every piece, every move that needs to be made to get you to checkmate? You have the ability to do both. 3D is you being the pawn. Aerial point of view, trusting more, pushing less, is you seeing this from an aerial point of view. And God seeing this from an aerial point of view, backing you up, just in case you get too far into your emotions and you forget that you are aerial point of view and you become pawn again. There's a force backing you up that still sees from aerial point of view, even if you can't. So a lot of the times we are the pawn. A lot of the times we are just staring at the other pawns and waiting for their move and then deciding our move. But your true power is that you can see all chess pieces as pieces. That is all they are. And if you forget your power, there's a power backing you up that will move the chess pieces for you, which is much easier than you trying to play face to face. So trust this force that can see the whole game from up top. How do you trust? You detach. How do you detach? You regulate your nervous system. How do you regulate your nervous system? You can use some techniques consciously throughout the day, and then let go, and then be grateful for your current reality. Be grateful for what you have now. As hard as it can be, as scary as it can be, as fearful you may be that nothing's going to change, everything's going to stay the same, I promise you it's not. As long as you approach this in the proper way, things will work out for you to see results. And I can teach you that, you guys. If you need me in one-on-one sessions, if you need any of my courses, even if these videos help, please comment down below. I appreciate you guys, your positive comments. I love you guys. And if this video helped, let me know. Let me know the things you've manifested so far. Let me know what's helped you from my videos. I will see you in next Friday's video, you guys. I love you. Have an amazing weekend. If you need any courses of mine, again, description link is in the box down below. I always have to say that because there's always someone, as much as I say it, there's always someone that's like, where is it? Where do I get it? So I'm so used to saying it so much because that question is asked so many times. I can't tell you how many times. But you guys have an amazing weekend. I hope this video helped. Don't forget who's backing you up and how powerful that force is, even if you slip. See you.